Okay, so our next speaker, Brittney Chomistek. Brittney is 18 years old. She is from the Cactus Country District, which is based out at Medicine Hat. She is a senior member, so the oldest member in 4-H. This is her second year in 4-H, and she is the president of the Saddles and Spurs Horse Club in Medicine Hat. Brittney Chomistek, my journey, Brittney Chomistek.
Can you guys hear me good? Good? Good. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow 4-H members, it was an overcast day, and I felt quite chilled as I walked through the misty streets crowded with strangers. But once I walked through those gym doors, I felt an overwhelming feeling of warmth, accompanied with Canadian pride, as I stepped on the basketball court representing Canada in London, England. I was living my dream. In the summer of 2012, I attended a basketball camp put on by NBC with 500 other basketball enthusiasts. At that camp, I was selected for their all-star team and was invited to tour with their international tour team the following summer in England. Basketball has been my life drive and passion for the past 5 years. At 5'1", there was never any misconception of me being a professional post player. What I did have, however, was dedication, determination, speed, and no fear, which are huge assets in a defensive point guard player. After returning from the England tour, I was honored to be asked by NBC to join their international tour team in Italy in the summer of 2014. But for now, I was focused on my basketball season at my high school. I was very excited to set up new plays with my teammates, have fun on tournament road trips, and share the passion of the game with 12 other girls who loved the sport as much as I did. In addition to my daily team practices, spring ball, and summer camps, I spent many hours in the Quonset shooting hoops with my dad and honing my defensive skills. The season began strong. I was a first-string player in the point guard position. Years ago, when my dad was in university, the basketball coach came up to him and said, "Chomistek, you would make a great basketball player because you have no respect for your body or anybody else's." Unfortunately, I share that gene with him. When I stepped on the court, I would take on the toughest, most aggressive player on the other team. My size and stamina was an asset, as I could zip in, strip them of the ball, and hightail it back to the other zone. My skills and techniques have always worked in my favor, and I was frequently praised for this drive. Until January 23rd, 2014. The Mesnaquahamis against the Raymond Comets. I was having a very strong game against one of the top teams in the province when it happened. Their point guard was unable to shake me, so in efforts to get away, they set up a play called a screen, which I did not see coming. As I ricocheted off the player, I hit my head on the floor and received my 4th concussion. I had received concussions before, and after a speedy recovery, I was always able to return to the game I loved. This one was different. The UFC concussion specialist and Children's Hospital neurologist informed me that basketball was the leading sports for concussions with women. For men, it was second, just behind football. I was okay with being told I couldn't read, watch TV, or even text. What I was not prepared for was being told that I would never set foot on a basketball court again, as another blow to the head would be very damaging, because with each concussion, my symptoms have become progressively worse. I was stunned for a moment, too stunned to answer. But because of the daily headaches, delayed peripheral vision, limited balance, inability to string letters together to form words, and not even being able to count the cash in my wallet, I was in no position to argue. For months I avoided the gym. I was in a dark space and it hurt too much to enter the gym doors. Even after the tears, bruises, and headaches, I still wanted to go back, to imagine the game, to hear the squeaks of players' shoes on the gym floor. I even missed the smell of the locker room. One day, as I was sitting out in the corral with my horse Magnum, sharing all my tears, troubles, and secrets, I realized What a waste of energy and imagination. He had been here the whole time, but I was too busy picturing pitfalls where bridges should have been. He looked back at me with those big brown eyes as if to say, "Welcome back." I had ridden since I was young and spent a great deal of time with my horses, and now I wouldn't have to wait for a weekend without a tournament to slip out, go for a ride, or groom him. I could focus my time and attention on him. So in October, I attended a Saddles and Spurs 4-H activity for the first time. It's not getting easier. I'm just getting stronger. And I'm really enjoying my 4-H experience, but my mind often wanders back to the court. 2014 was the year of the horse, and that horse helped me in more ways than you can imagine. As an unknown author once quoted, when something bad happens, you have 3 choices. You can either let it define you, you can let it destroy you, or you can let it strengthen you. Good afternoon.